Hello, welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. So this is interesting. Daredevil is now back with Marvel 100%. And there was lots and lots of rumours and rumblings about when he was going to return. We've heard some rumours initially that he was going to come back and be like battle buddies with Spiderman and things like that. But now the rumours are gaining a lot more traction. So the rumours are that he's going to be playing Daredevil, so Charlie Cox, Daredevil, in Spider-Man 3, which is... Oh, and also Green Goblin's going to be returning. This movie is just swelling and swelling and swelling. We had Alfred Molina, so he was due to come back as Doc Ock, Dr. Octopus. We've got Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, so many people, in fact, coming back. And also, I think they even confirmed Kirsten Dunst as Mary Jane. It's chock-a-block, right? It is super, super full. And that's good. Like, I'm really excited for Alfred Molina to come back. We've got Jamie Foxx. But I am somewhat concerned that if they have too many people, they'll either just be relegated, to cameos, which will be, a shame, because we're excited because we want to see them. So if they keep adding more and more people, then they're just going to be cameos. And if they're not cameos, they're not going to be handled very well in the movie. So I don't want to look at this ultra negatively, because I'm not. But I think it's something to bear in mind if you're looking at this objectively, is that ultimately, there's a lot of Lees going on here. Ultimately, you can only have so many people in a film and it have the spotlight on certain individuals at a certain time. So, I've got confidence because I am looking forward to this. But yeah, it's starting to swell up, isn't it? So this new rumour, this article's linked down below by the way, but this new rumour claims that Charlie Cox will return to the role of Daredevil in the upcoming Spider-Man 3 film, and that Green Goblin could return as well. Now, the rumour comes from Grace Randolph, which she has a medium track record, I guess, of scoops. Not all the time good, not all the time bad. The rumour of Charlie Cox returning has been a big one for a while anyway, so I'm inclined to believe it. A rumour of Green Goblin returning, she's very vague, so there's no actual information there. But, if you're getting Doc Ock back, you definitely want Green Goblin back, and you definitely want Willem Dafoe back, wouldn't you? Let's be honest. That guy is made to play a goblin. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. But anyway, Randolph took to Twitter where she wrote, "I checked, Charlie Cox's Daredevil is back in Spider-Man 3. So that's her. She's confirming it, but we'll obviously have to wait to see. That it's not confirmed. It's still a rumour at this point. She then added, and I can add to the story that he will indeed be Peter Parker's lawyer. She also said that Feige considered She-Hulk to rep Parker, but felt that Daredevil connection in the comics is stronger, which it is. So that's cool. That's cool. I do feel like, where are you going to introduce She-Hulk now? Because again, this could have been a really good place to introduce She-Hulk, because she's getting her own series, isn't she? So yeah, I mean, look, I like Daredevil. Happy. Why not? Of course. Yeah. Now, this rumour isn't really new, because back in August, TVO revealed that Marvel Studios was planning to introduce Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, into the MCU to be Spider-Man's lawyer. Again, this is what I mean. It's not like brand new news. It's long been rumoured. So I can believe it. Now, Spider-Man needs a lawyer after Quentin Beck leaked a doctor video to Jonah Jameson, who proceeded to use it to accuse Spider-Man of murdering Mysterio. So, of course, he's going to need a lawyer. You need to address the aftermath of all of that as well. Like, you do have to address it at some point. So, again, I'll be game for that. However, TVO went on to indicate that Marvel would not be using Daredevil because the rights to the character still belonged to Netflix at the time, which makes sense, but now they have them back. Instead, TVO revealed they would be using She-Hulk, and he stated they are going to be using She-Hulk as his lawyer. They added, yeah, Jennifer Walters is a lawyer. That's why the second most famous lawyer in the MCU is Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk. I don't know if she's going to be hulked out yet, but it's definitely going to be Jennifer Walters and eventually become She-Hulk. Now, I'm going to throw it out there that I believe what they're going to do is actually have She-Hulk in there as well. Different, like, as in, like, maybe the Defendants, you know, You can have two lawyers, can't you? Right? So I don't see why you can't have Charlie Cox as Daredevil being the representative of Spiderman, and then She-Hulk being, you know, the representative outside of it. I don't see why not. So I think that would be wise. I think it would be smart. I also think it would be a good way to introduce two characters who are presumably going to be having Disney spin-off series. Now, one thing to keep into account here is obviously Daredevil was an R-rated Netflix Marvel property. It's not going to be that anymore. So how do you introduce him in a setting where he's going to be toned down? Well, you introduce him as a lawyer first in a PG-13 or whatever it is movie, and then you spin him off into his own PG-13 setting. That's not a bad way of doing it anyway. So Randolph, rumours about Daredevil aren't necessarily new. They do contradict another recent rumour from fellow scooper Mickey Sutton, who's like half and half good anyway. So at this rate, like, we're all half and half scooping. Sutton detailed that Daredevil would not be teaming up with Tom Holland's Spider-Man until his version of Peter Parker went to college. Alright. Sutton would go on to say, as Peter Parker attends college, which will provide an idea of how long before this will transpire, his Spider-Man crime-fighting days are met with huge punches in the face from the Kingpin. Spider-Man and Daredevil then discover they have a mutual foe in Wilson Fisk, the ultimate crime lord. But yeah, and then Charlie Cox addressed rumours. So he said, I haven't heard these rumours, but it's certainly not with my Daredevil. I'm not involved in it. That doesn't mean he's not. Not now, anyway. That was last April. Or in April, sorry. And he said, if that's true, it's not with me, it's with another actor. Again, people lie all the time. This is neither confirmation or denial, let's be honest. And he said, look, I had a great time. I'm so grateful I got to play the character as long as I did. And of course, I'd love to keep going. I'd love to be involved with it. Now, here's the rumours of Willem Dafoe. Or Green Goblin, anyway. So, someone said, what are the chances Willem Dafoe coming back? 2. Grace Randolph. And she said, I heard they're working on getting a Goblin. Talking to more than one. I don't know which ones, though. Well, there's not that many. There's not that many. I'd love to see Willem Dafoe back. Dane DeHaan was fine, I guess. I didn't like his Goblin because he just had like some weird skin condition. I didn't like that at all. I thought that was a bit lame. Look, this is more comic accurate than Dane DeHaan. I'd like to see Willem Dafoe back, to be fair. So yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? Good news or bad news? I would imagine it's going to be Dafoe, hopefully. I don't know, what is he doing nowadays? I don't really know. Would you like to see Daredevil come back? Charlie Cox as Daredevil, should I say. What do you think? Let me know down below in the comment section. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Also, obviously, Cyberpunk 2077 has been released. I have downloaded it. I have started playing it. I've not recorded it because the computer is running at 30 frames a second. So I don't really want to play that for you guys. So I may eventually just do some live stream dipping in and out of the story. But I thought I'd address it because a lot of people will be asking me. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to support the channel, because YouTube sucks, please head on over to my Patreon. I do actually have exclusive playthroughs for you guys there with Doom Eternal and a whole bunch of other good stuff. So anyway, check it out. Thanks so much though, guys. I've been Mr. H. Take care.